Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of July 28th. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Cancer, we are here in your post-shadow to your season, post that crazy ass Mercury retrograde that we had that was in your sign. And yeah, now fully into Leo mode, and tomorrow, your ruling planet is the moon, and we have a full moon in Aquarius tomorrow on the 29th. So full moon in Aquarius, this is about that humanitarian of the zodiac. And not just that, Aquarius is really about doing shit in its own way. So it's the rebel of the zodiac as well. And so Cancer, this is really asking you, where do you want to be outside of the box? But where also are there spots where you can support the collective or be supported by your collective as well? Yeah. So we also have at the end or towards the end of the week, we have on August 3rd, Chiron going retrograde. Chiron isn't even a planet. It is an asteroid that affects us. And this asteroid is retrograde basically till January. So it having that outer influence, we don't feel it as heavily as we would something closer like this full moon or the Mercury retrograde. But it is just something to be aware of, that Chiron is that wounded healer, that Chiron couldn't heal himself, but he can heal basically everybody and teach anybody outside of himself. And so wherever Chiron sits in your chart, Cancer, you just want to look at what it is that could be something that you are constantly like relearning for yourself, but could be your greatest gifts to the collective. Yeah, that is the energy of this week. And we're going to use the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck to just really tap into how we can naturally flow into this rebel, into this healer. Yeah, so let's see what we got going on for Cancer. Okay, Zebra, and so look at this card. It's black and white because zebras are black and white, but its third eye is activated with all the colors of the rainbow, and it's a fire element in this symbol right here. Anyways, so fire season, fire element for my little water baby here. And so Cancer, this zebra card is saying that, yeah, everything, there's a duality to the world. There's dualistic things. People want to be left or right, black or white. Things are like, you know, cut and divided in two. But this is giving you the power of accessing your intuition and knowing that the world is not black and white. The world is not black and white. So what you want to do, Cancer, is really tune out the outer distractions. Go within into your third eye, into that intuitive space, so that you can discern what is right or wrong for you. Yeah. And so obstacle card. Obstacle card, which is a spirit card, and they really don't have a negative to them, but so sea serpent. Sea serpent, this represents the sacral chakra. So in that zebra, you had your third eye, you have your sacral chakra, which is 3 fingers below the navel. It's basically your sex organs, whatever they are for you, Cancer. And so the sacral chakra is somewhat not repressed. I won't say it's repressed, but it gets denied because it's where that sexual energy is with you and other people. It's just partnerships and how you relate in general, but also it's your creativity. And so one thing that I'll say about the Western world is that we highlight so much of like the mental, that the third eye gets flooded and closed or shut down. And so this is asking you, Cancer, to keep both open. And you might have a better time opening up your third eye again by activating your sacral chakra. So Cancer, to do so, you know, yes, sexual energy, but it doesn't have to be if you also, because it's about boundaries, Cancer. So you know, you want to have healthy communication with anybody that you are inviting into those activities, but also other ways to activate it are through dancing, through just music in general. You can activate it, you know, with foods. There are fruits that aren't citruses. Citruses are more tied to the throat, but things like peaches or apricots, which are in season right now, those stone fruits, eating some of those with, say, honey. Honey is a great thing that's tied to the sacral chakra. Eating those and then tapping into your creativity is the biggest key here. And tapping into your creativity doesn't have to be you like painting elaborate pieces or like sitting at a pottery wheel, things like that. Creativity is how you choose to go throughout your day. It's how you plate your food. It's how you get dressed in the morning. It's how you do your hair and makeup, things like that. So Cancer, open up to creativity, and that's going to open up both your sacral chakra and your third eye. Yeah, that is what the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck has for you, but I'm going to pull one more card from, from the Starseed Oracle, as it was just what I grabbed while I was getting, like, I was like, what is the most Aquarian thing that I have here? It was this deck. So yours is weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. What the fuck did I just say to you, Cancer? Yeah, boundaries. Boundaries are important things to have. So we want to make sure we know where we end and others begin. And so that's why, you know, we think of that sexual part of us as something that is very adult, because you have to be at a level of maturity to get into that place of knowing your boundaries. So Cancer, this is really asking you to, yeah, set boundaries with you and others, but also letting things go, because Cancer, holding on to resentments is like drinking poison and hoping the other person gets sick. And it's not doing you any good. So Cancer, what are things you can let go of? And where do you have ties with people? And if you're tired of people that don't feel good, you don't have to cut off everybody, but you can. You can definitely cut off a few people. But also, yeah, if there is people, like there's maybe a coworker you don't like working with, or a family member that isn't necessarily nice to you, you can choose to limit your time with those people. Yeah, so Cancer, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like for you this week, but I hope this helps. I do hope that you do find a way to tap into this sacral chakra energy, because it's fun regardless, and I'll see you next week. Bye.